I need... Let me start over again. I don't know why I came into this room. Do I need anything from this room? Oh, moisturizer. Got my moisturizer. So, wanted to show you this because, I don't know, I find it cozy and much nicer, and also it's not as echoey. Also, I don't turn these lights on because they're white light, and at night I want to wind down, not like wake up. I need to switch my contact lens solution because I ran out. This is a, hold on. Oh gosh. All right, this is a much different I'm trying too hard. I'm a different vlog tonight. I might do, I don't know. Consistency is not my middle name at all, so it's hard. Hold on. Usually I take out the ums and I take out all of that. Anyways, so I ran out of contact lens solution. I don't know which one's which, but I'm gonna put one in each place. I should wash it first because I just got solution. My mom helped me get solution today, and changing it. Yesterday they were both cramped, my contact lenses, in one thing, one, whatever you call these, capsules. I don't know. Oh, I'm out of breath again. Not as bad. I wonder if my digestion is changing, helping. I don't know. This is the, I don't know if this is the best. This is what I use. For this purpose, I don't really dig too much into it. It is, they say, the like clean version. I used to do the express one. That was actually really good. I think hydrating and stuff, and I don't know. I switched to this. I don't know if it's best. Sorry for the out of breathness. So I've been talking with my one friend. I have a bunch of things here. Skincare. And since this is like on top of my mind, let me share. First of all, I want to share these two products, and I know this is so dark. These two products, I would say if you don't want to go for this one, try this. I've not seen it work that much, but I don't know, maybe I just didn't give it enough of a chance. I've seen this work like crazy, and also the stuff that it didn't remove, it softened it. So really like surprising. So that's like scalp care. Now my mom gave me this, and I'll do the, but it's not glass. But she gave me this, and I like the pumping action of this, but it has so much fragrance. It's super irritating. So this is the one that I use. Having oily skin, I think based on what I've learned, should be using this even when I don't put makeup on, because oil cleans oil. And in the summer, sometimes I've tried to use the triple cleanse mode, basically. So this, and then I don't have it here, but a micellar water, which takes off the oil. But I don't put that directly on my face, because then it takes off too much, I feel like, and it's really irritating. But sometimes even this way, it's really irritating to me. So yeah, certain things that I'm phasing out because it's not as dry and it's starting to be really hot and humid are, I think, the marula oil. This is like trying to focus on whatever. This I would use as the last step at night only, because it's really heavy. And then the squalene ordinary 100% plant-derived squalene, I feel like it's not the best for my skin. I don't know. or it might be this that's not really the best. This one's supposed to be repairing, restoring your, you know, skin, whatever, sensitive, delicate skin. I found that ironically Aven really irritates my skin. The only thing that I found, two things that I found that I can use is their soothing eye cream, not the hyaluronic B serum eye cream that they have now, and their retinol, which is right here. This is the retinol thing that I use. This is the only one that I rely. This one, and there's one other one. I'll try to include it in the links when I include the links. The links below, if they're Amazon, they're affiliate links. If they're not Amazon, they're not affiliate links. I do have like a link of 20% off with Aven products, so I'll put that one down below at one point. And then, so my skin routine, whether or not I use the oil cleanser, this is the cleanser I use. It's good enough. It is not the best at taking things off, but it's the best at not irritating my skin. I tried their foaming cleanser and it irritated my skin, so I don't know what to do with that, because when you use the oil cleansing and all this stuff, and just in general, like, it would be nice to have like a more, like a tiny little bit more aggressive cleanser, but it's like, it's either this or like super aggressive or like medium aggressive, and there's no in between, unfortunately. I don't think I have anything on this side now. And then I cleanse my skin. Let me do that now, actually, because that's what I came to do. And I do it, I hope you can hear me. I do it messily, so. All right, so I don't usually wait so long and close the water and all that stuff. I do like a whole pump. I don't know if I'm supposed to do more or less. And I've been trying to spend a little bit more time with it than, you know, just like quickly washing it. This is actually not irritating, but because I didn't completely take off my eye makeup, when I open my eyes, it kind of stings because of the eye makeup. But I can open my eyes if it's just a cleanser. Also because I'll be back, hold on. So I sometimes, a lot of times, try to use paper towels only for my face. And it depends on the paper towel too, because some paper towels have debris and that irritates. Like the Costco Kirkland paper towels I can't actually use because they irritate my skin. And they also have chlorine and other things in them. So I have these little towel things that I got from IKEA, and I want to use those and wash them, like not every single time, every single day, but like after a couple of days, change them. And I have a bunch of them, but I don't know, they've been smelling a little bit too like oil, like from cooking. I don't know how that happened. So anyways, let me shut up. I'm gonna put you further down here. All right, so then I started using this again. This is maybe a month and a half worth of usage. I put like, I've been trying to put less. At first I was like just putting a lot, like twice, kind of. And then I don't do this, but it's just also, if it gets in your mouth, it's not very tasty. It's actually kind of gross tasting. But I put it on my hands as well. I got this from Acton Acre for my scalp for the hair falling out. And actually, I'll put some a little bit now. I didn't see any difference, good or bad, when I put it on my skin. In one of the videos for it, she talks about like, oh, you can put it on your face too. I didn't. I mean, I did twice and I didn't see good or bad. And I don't know what it's supposed to do for, I think I put like too much on here too. But I don't know what it's supposed to do for the skin, because it's advertised as like hair growth or whatever. So I don't know, but hopefully it helps with my like regenerate. It has Swiss apple stem cell blend and hydrate, and bamboo and pea sprout blend to hydrate and support hair follicle health. I don't know. Anyways, and I do definitely put a lot more than they say. So after that, I'm like wiping it a little bit, but like I said, I put it on my face and it's not, you can see like my face is kind of red. It's not because, so I made the mistake of opening and forgetting the windows open down here. So all the fresh cut grass smell is in here. And instantly as I walked downstairs, like my nose and my eyes were like, ah. So, all right. So I did put this a little bit more again because we're about to put moisturizer. Well, my skin was a little, my skin, I think, needed exfoliation. I'm gonna go with, going to fall with the retinol, even though my skin seemed a bit flaky. I recently learned, do not put retinol around your eyes unless it's made for eyes, because it creates dry eyes. And I actually definitely felt that a couple of weeks ago. All right, so then honestly, I'm gonna put you back up here. The other thing that I do is use this. I think I'm gonna just put the moisturizer. I just got this. I haven't gotten it in a while, but I have not been really taking care of my skin in quite a while. So this one can go on the eyes. I need to tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to get the Cocoa Kind eye serum. Yuka said that it was 100%, and the Aven doesn't have it, and it's pretty much the same, but then less like shipping hassle and stuff. So I do this. I think this one has hyaluronic acid. I do it primarily, I should have done it before honestly, but I do it in case it has hyaluronic acid so it doesn't subtract or like absorb my moisture. I use La Roche-Posay or the Ven is fine, but I will warn you against Evian water spray. It did not, my skin did not like that one. I think the mineral content is just not for my skin. Sometimes I use this one too. This one's hard to find. I honestly just find it at Amazon nowadays. During the pandemic, I would find it in my grocery store or Target, and it's actually really good. I was surprised. So yeah, I cannot believe like seeing now how many Roche-Posay I didn't know. I didn't know that I would use that much, honestly. So that's kind of my skin care. So yeah, I don't know. I do have eyeliner and stuff. Sorry about that. I tried this. It was okay at first. but it's really like matte and sticky sort of, and I don't think it irritates my skin. This one kind of irritated my skin. So I don't know that I'll be using them, and especially during the summer for sure I'm not using that one. But this one's so calming. Right now my skin is like just irritated as a whole, but hopefully with just like the simplified skincare it's going to calm down. And also I started using this for makeup. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I find that liquid makeup irritates my skin more, makes me break out, like rosacea breakouts, not like acne breakout. And last, skin stuff. Well, I'll go in the shower too, why not? I use this as the deodorant. I've used it for so many years. It is aluminum free and natural. And I love the smell. It is a little bit more manly. It's really kind of gender neutral. I like liquefy, like sweat comes out, but I don't smell like sweat. So it's like a deodorant. It's really, really good for what it is. But I also like found that when I'm stressed and when I eat really junky, my sweat starts smelling. So if you have smelly sweat, check what you're eating and where your body's at, because it's probably more from that than from the deodorant you use. But definitely, like, I would recommend something that's like neutral and, you know, kind of, I don't know, not too, I don't know, bad. Wow, my skin is so bad. All right, so you can see it here. I hate it. Anyways, so I have a couple of things that I use in the shower. Recently got this. I would not highly recommend it because you can't get it off your skin easily. It's really hard to like get it off. It's too emulsifying or not emulsifying enough. I don't know. And then I use this for butt area stuff because it's gentle, and it's also like I don't want to use that for my whole body because it's expensive. So but you can use it for your whole body. I also have this soap. I actually still have the box here. It was on sale and it was, I think, discontinued, so I don't think you can find it anymore. South of France, Lush Gardenia. I got it for like $1.99. I got two. One I think I gave to my mom, and it smells really nice. Yeah. Then I also used this for a while for my hair. It was actually not too bad. I was surprised because I've struggled. My hair gets like this film on it really easily, so it's not like greasy, but it's like filmy from a lot of their products, or any kind of like smooth, or not smooth, yeah, like this one works okay, but Shea Moisture things in general don't, but this one I use. And then I do have this. It used to be Pros. I don't like them. I didn't find them useful. And I do this sometimes for cleansing, but since I started using this, this is for hard water shampoo. This is like, I guess, kind of regular shampoo, and this is conditioner. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of changing my opinion. I don't know what's going on. It might be, I don't know. But the one thing that I will say is that since I started using that shampoo system, I can, like, my hair doesn't clump up. It's not too dry or whatever. So it's actually like smooth. But I do feel like this film, but it might be this like stem cell serum thing. So, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna try to not use that and see how my hair is. So that's kind of all the skin and hair care, and I'm out of breath. Also because I think my nose is so like stuffy. Oh, for like after or leave-in, this smells really nice. It's actually kind of nice, but like I said, my hair quickly becomes so like, again, not greasy, but just filmy or whatever. So yeah, all right. Well, this was a very different, like I said, a very different type of vlog. I'm going to, I think, try to watch some 90 Day, like the original, make my notes, and then go to sleep early because I do want to try the one Zumba class. Oh my gosh, so out of breath. I'll mention this on my live. I forgot to mention it on Tuesday or whatever. This is amazing, amazing. I can't unfortunately have too much because it's a little too sour and it gives me indigestion, but it's really amazing. Oh, and I bought this. Has anyone used the loofah? This is my first time, and I'm hoping it's not as rough. Yeah, that's kind of it. Today was a better emotional day as far as like I wasn't like sad or angry or like too much of anything, but I feel like I didn't accomplish that much, which I did. I have started doing this done list, and it kind of is helping. It is kind of nice. It's almost like a gratitude situation, you know, because you're like thinking of what it forces you to think of what you've done so far and kind of not take things for granted, that you've brushed your teeth, or I actually didn't put made my bed, it's kind of half made, and ate lunch and ate dinner and took my Viome supplements and things like that. So it's actually like really nice. So yeah, but yeah, tomorrow I have Zumba. Saturday I have another Zumba. Sunday I have another Zumba and pickleball with my previous neighbors. I'm excited. I haven't played pickleball since summer. I'm gonna get mad if I think about that, because we could have played, but someone didn't look into their own, like literally next door to them, indoor pickleball place. But anyways, yeah, and then Monday I have another Zumba, and then next week I want to do a bit of other things like yoga. Wish me luck. I really need it, but we'll see. And we'll see if I can get through all the Zumbas. It's really a lot. But the way that I look at it is that I'm kind of making this experiment for myself, that if I exhaust myself physically, then maybe it'll help with my sleep. Obviously, there's studies, there's evidence that certain exercise helps you with sleep anyways, especially for women, which was a weird differentiator. And then sleep wasn't the ADHD, because if I'm doing enough and I'm like exhausting enough, so ADHD doesn't mean you have more energy. But there was something I don't remember now that made sense a few years ago when I started to learn about it and find out about it, as far as how it applies to me and how it can affect relationships and all this stuff. And so I think like the novelty of it, because you're doing like, I'm doing Zumba and then I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and also just being tired enough. A lot of us are not tired enough. We're mentally tired but not physically tired, and so we, I think, run the risk of insomnia or not restful sleep and other situations, because we feel more burned out than tired or than exhausted, you know, like it's a different thing. So I don't know, I'm trying it out and seeing how it will go. But yeah, today I've really just zoned out I was on my laptop. I did some like admin phone calls. My deposit still hasn't come. I don't know if they're open on Sunday. I don't feel like dealing with it on Sunday because I'll be in the area. And then other things I don't even remember. I don't even remember. But yeah. So, yeah. And it feels good because yesterday I did some mulching for the first time in my life. I really, again, I'm just listening to my body and my mind and my soul and wherever, whatever. And I'm being called to do these more active, outside active things. And it was like 30 minutes that I did that. So it wasn't that much. It felt like forever. My face was super red. I posted it on my Patreon, like super red. It wasn't even 30, maybe it was 30 minutes. I don't know. It wasn't a lot. And it wasn't sun. One of our subscribers here, she's like, sunscreen, which is a great idea. I do need to try sunscreen, but it's hard because I can't do zinc because of my parakeets. And then I don't want to do any chemicals. So I don't know. Or some chemicals, whatever Yuka says, it's not as bad, but some are like just really bad. In the US, maybe I'll go to like Australian brands or something because they are a bit more strict with the coral reef and all that. They're more strict with their ingredients, even Europeans. America's really behind. We're kind of like hillbillies here as far as skincare, healthcare, a lot of care. Anyway, so it was more, and I was like sweating, like literally just dripping sweat, and I am not that person, but I think it's because I'm literally overweight, like physically, technically, medically overweight. I might not look at like it to some people, and I don't know if they're being nice or their like perception is distorted because of the whole like body positivity trend. And America, Americans tend to be more overweight and seen as like healthy weight, but it's not. It's just like some Europeans, like Eastern Europeans, think that underweight is healthy weight, and that's not either. But yeah, I don't know. But people are like, oh no, I think they're just being nice, but it's actually really dismissive to someone because I don't mind, like, I like honesty, I don't need to be told lies when it comes to things that I'm being very vulnerable to you about, saying that I am overweight. Like it's a vulnerable thing and you're dismissing me. It's actually really backwards, but whatever. It's something that everyone does. I think people confuse being kind with the extreme of ignoring something. Like being kind, yes, it doesn't mean to put someone down, but it doesn't mean to placate them or to whatever the other one is. I don't know. Anyways, so but yeah, so that was something that I did yesterday. I was so sore and my body was like different joints were out of place and then I had to perform for performance week in class and I was shocked. I can't actually experience the emotion right now because I'm struggling to breathe and all that stuff, but I was shocked that I actually could sing loud enough because I've been so out of breath in general. I've not been able to do it even in my own house because she's like, oh, it's nerves. And I thought it was nerves, but then realized like, oh no, it's just me. It's my anxiety and my being out of shape and all these things. But anyways, and I was like definitely going like 100%, 0 to 100 with this, singing in French and like making my own choreography and not very simple, not very hard either, but not very simple. And doing it at the same time, singing and dancing, it's hard anyways. And yeah, I got through it. And I connected, because of this too, I connected with an awesome classmate that is from Columbus. They come here. There's a group of them that come up here for class, and it's awesome, I think. And I remember in 2017, we had someone, I don't think she was from Columbus, but she was also like 2-3 hours away or something crazy. And she would come almost every night of the week, or like a few times a week. She was like, I love that dedication. And it was something that I admired, and something that I definitely grew to resent my partner not having. But anyways, so yeah, but I connected not because of that, although I think that's also amazing, but there's 3 of them with that. And I mean, I would love to connect with all of them, but she and I, we connected over to the song. She was very curious about the song, and then I don't know, she's like super nice. And that's something that I want to work on myself, to like allow myself to be seen as more, because there's so many parts of me that people don't get to see, because I a lot of times put up this very tough exterior that's either really sad and whatever, or just unexpressive. Is that a word? Especially in class, like I do have this tendency to just like quickly like put my head down and run out of class, or come into class the same way. And I'm trying to speak more. After class, I feel really bad because I just want to get out of people's way. And it's something that it's really hard for me to fight. It's like something that's really put in me to like make myself small and get out of people's way and not be an inconvenience and stuff. So that one's like super hard to fight. But starting with at least before class interacting here and there or something, because going back to this school, honestly, a huge reason was community. I needed the community so bad. So yeah. But she's also outside of that. I mean, I didn't really even say much about what like is inspirational with her. She is just like the kind of people that I feel like, and I don't know her that well, but as far as I can tell, the kind of people that I want more in my life. And also because I also want to be able to feel more comfortable to express myself that way. I'm not ever going to be her, and I'm not trying to be her. I'm not trying to copy her. But like when you're around people that are more dismissive, avoidant, or more guarded, or whatever, you become, and even if you don't change who you are, you do change a lot of you for the people around you. It's just how we are. So I'm more intentional with who I want in my life. And whereas like before, it was a lot more like, whoever wants me, I'm your friend, and now it's also getting the courage to be friends, or to try, or whatever, to get to know people that I admire or respect, and not be intimidated out of that. So yeah, it's a lot of the work that I do as a coach, that I have to do to myself. But it's easier said than done when you're like in crisis. Oh my gosh. So a few weeks ago, I cut with this really blunt knife, and it kind of destroyed my finger. And I still feel like this knuckle, like pained when I press it or whatever. But yeah, so today we exchanged a couple more texts again, and but yeah, it was like a low key day, and I actually tried to think to myself, tell myself that it's a rest day. I did so much. I danced and I mulched and I did so much yesterday. It's okay to relax, to have a rest day, especially because coming up I have Zumba, 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 like 4 days in a row, Zumba classes in the mornings. And if I'm getting through that, I need to rest. Because part of me was like, oh, I feel guilty. I should go for a walk. I should do a Zumba. I should do a quick workout, something. And I was like, no, today's a rest day and that's very important. Very important. The other part is going to bed early, so I'm gonna go. I mean, early-ish. Oh, it's 9:49, so there you go. Yeah. But see, like, I'm a complex human, and I didn't really, again, didn't plan on making this vlog, but I felt like, I've been making these vlogs in moments of that moved me more, that I just really needed to say something to the world or put it out there or whatever, even if it was so selfish and so personal or whatever. And that wasn't the way that I intended to do vlogs. I intended to do them daily and to do it as honestly and transparently as possible. And that includes the whole up and down ride that we humans have. And sometimes it's more higher peaks and lower valleys. And sometimes it's less, it's more close to a baseline, or to the middle. And yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to like recalibrate myself, and it's like so weird to say, but the last few years I lost myself, and it's not just the relationship, it was the pandemic and the how I took it, because some people didn't even care about it, didn't pay attention to it, but I took it very seriously. And also I just felt the weight of the world during the pandemic. I felt like I couldn't see past it. And it came at such a time where I was already going into a very deep depression, or I had been. So it was very helpful to be able to stay at home, but also the reason of that was definitely weighing on me. However, the other part that was very helpful is knowing that we were all in the same boat and that I wasn't missing out on anything, or it's a very fearful avoidant thing that I found out. The fear of missing out is a very fearful avoidance situation. And yeah, I don't know. So it had positives, but it also had negatives. And then how I sacrificed myself in the past, especially in the past, I guess I would say definitely the last 2 years, even though ironically I moved out and I was living on my own and I was kind of prioritizing me in that way. But at the same time, I sacrificed myself in general, like in so many more ways than I can find ways to express right now. So, and again, not only because of the relationship. When I'm saying this, I actually am thinking so much about like jobs and careers, and that was highly influenced by the relationship. Like grow up, Arena, get a job, and settle, and don't get money. Be on your own 2 feet, whatever. What I don't even know. And that didn't work, and actually just literally killed my soul. And people say that a lot, but I'm saying that very strongly. I stopped writing because it's one thing when you can keep up with the hobbies or like passions or whatever, or you have like really good social life, family life. But I had just kind of given all of that away, and also some of it I didn't even have to begin with. So it really killed my soul. So it was like a however many fecta, trifecta, quadrifecta, I don't know. It was a lot of things that contributed to me really losing myself. And so now I'm going to stumble, and I'm going to be all over the place, and I'm going to say some imperfect things and stupid things and selfish things and all the things. So it's also about, I recently heard this from my friend on Monday, and then right after there was some YouTuber that said the phrase radical acceptance. And I am, I guess, working on that, like trying to find the place where I radically accept me as much as life and everything. And I don't know if I would be using that right. I don't know, but like what that means to me is giving myself grace, giving everyone, I give people so much more grace than I give myself. So much more. Too much. I like over cross my boundaries all the time. And then the thing with dismiss avoidance is that you cross, I let you cross my boundaries, and then I like hold up, and then I go in the opposite extreme where I'm like super harsh on boundaries. So I need to work on that. um, yeah, sorry, I'm saying like a bunch of things right now, but yeah, but this is literally what I want to do with these vlogs, and why it's ending up being more on my phone, because it's, one of those things that's making it less intimidating to do, and like a lower barrier of entry or whatever, of doing, of accomplishing, of completing. If I film it on my phone, it's already here, and I can just upload it to YouTube, and I'm not tempted to like try to finick with it and edit it, and then that takes like months and months and months of just sitting on it. So yeah, and it's like daily chronicle. I would love to have like a daily chronicle of my journey, which includes like all sorts of different moods and all sorts of different thoughts, and just being very honest about it, not trying to be a brand, just not trying to not say something or do something because it's not in my brand, like I'm the sad one or I'm the happy one or whatever. That kind of thing is what I mean. But instead of doing things from my values and from my morals, and yeah, so yeah, but even that, like I'm not exploring those, but like I said yesterday, I know that I'm not taking responsibility, and I know that I have responsibility in, the last few years. But in that moment, I needed to focus on that. That was my truth in that moment. And that was equally valuable and important and truthful and factual as when I take all the credit and all the responsibility, and I blame myself fully for something and things like that. There are definitely moments when I hate myself for like letting, all these years pass. And there's things that even the same things that I'm like, it's my fault and all this stuff. I don't know. I had like a last summer fall, I had like a breakdown in my kitchen, and my ex was there, and it was just so like, it was a moment where I just felt like I just dropped all my defenses and all my walls and all of it. I just felt so it was this combination of like, why to him, but also like I just felt like a bad person, or like I was not, like, why do I exist? I'm not good for anything. I'm not good for myself even, or like, you know, like it's not like I'm able to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish, or like even be the person that I am inside me, you know. And yeah, I don't know. So it was like this twofold breakdown. So, you know, you'll get all of that. This is my process. I don't know. Just taking it day by day, whatever. I don't know. I'm not an expert on any of this. I'm not speaking to you of how to change your life or whatever crap that anyone tells you. You know, I'm watching sometimes so many of these, or not so many, but I watch them, or I see the thumbnails and I'm like, I cannot even watch a minute or even click on them sometimes, because I know exactly what they're going to say. Not the details, but just the tone of voice and the certain words and the chapters of the video and this and that and blah blah blah. And I don't care if they're super different, it's the same crap. And also, okay, you say this is what's going to change my life, now tell me how to do that, because I can't do that, because I'm too tired, I'm too exhausted, I'm battling ADHD, I'm battling this, I'm battling that, I have trauma, I have, you know, all these things that are going on. Oh, what? The world is going crazy? The US is going crazy? We're in like a really, really dangerous place government-wise? Oh, okay, yeah, let's add to that. But you're asking me to like get up at 6 a.m. and do this and eat that and all. No, it doesn't work. And it's just people selling stuff, selling a dream, selling you on what you want to hear. And I don't know how many people actually make that work. The people that do those videos sometimes have come out saying, I didn't do this all the time, and sometimes they do, but it works for them. And certain people are like that, and certain people you know, get on board that, or just it makes them feel better just watching it. Last night I fell asleep to this one girl, but she's awesome. I think she's from Canada. Let me pull this up really fast. Is it on here? Might be on my and she was like doing these challenges, you know, like 30 days of stretching or 30 days of cardio every day or whatever. And I don't know, just her personality. And she's quite a bit like Caroline Winkler. And I was watching The Science of Self-Care. I started watching her too. Of course, now she's not coming up, this person that I've been watching. Give me 1 second. I feel like the history, oh, it was like really low. That's weird. It's like the history tab is not really useful or accurate. Makari Espe. I don't know if you pronounce her name that way. This is the video that I left off on, but you know, let me stop this commercial and get out of this commercial. So this person, Kari Espe, and she was really cool, and I literally just put her on to go to sleep instead of a show. And yeah, so you know, it's like all over the place. And I'm not saying these people and these things don't work or don't have their purpose and all that stuff, but I'm just saying I'm not here to sell you on anything. You know, I have my products that I really believe in, but that also can change, and I am here to just share. And I really genuinely want to hear from you what you use, what you eat, what you do, because I met up with this one friend on Monday and I realized how human that is. Like, just curious, like, what do you use? What do you use? And we don't do that much. But that's how we learn, that's how we grow, and that's how we get better. We share experiences. We share what we learn. We share knowledge. You know, it's efficient. One person cannot do it all in a lifetime or sometimes at all. And we learn from other people and other people learn from us. And that's, I guess, why I'm here. Anyways, so yeah. And obviously, honestly, a lot of this too is just for me to maybe make myself feel better on a day when I don't feel better by, sharing my skincare. Today wasn't the case, but sometimes I come on doing vlogs or whatever to like cheer up, because I don't want to be sad and I don't want to break down in front of you. Like, it's not one of those moments. It's just like I don't feel great and I just want to like share something useful or something like positive. Or sometimes I break down and I share what is happening, or sometimes I do both or whatever, and yeah, I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. We're all in this life, and all I'm saying is that none of us know how to do life more than the other. Also because it's so like unique and exclusive to each person at the end of the day. And I don't know. But I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I was so close to 30, keeping it close to 30 minutes, but here we are. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Have a good night. Peace, love, and compassion. Bye.